All right, straight up, if I was a barber starting from zero, no name, no clients, no money, no nothing, I would use this exact four-step system to get back to making $10,000 a month as quickly as possible. Which is number one, build your own brand so clients pay extra just to sit in your chair. Number two, skills that turn every client into repeat customers. Number three, think like a CEO. This was huge and it literally changed everything for me inside of my barber business. And most importantly, become the go to guy for one or two things rather than being average at everything else. My name is Pablo and I make $10,000 a month just with cutting hair. And in my first 3 years of cutting hair, I didn't utilize the system that I've developed and it cost me thousands and thousands of dollars. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to do every single one of these so we can get to the money as quickly as possible. So with that being said, let's get straight into it with number one is how to build your own brand. Like I'm gonna show you right here how my Instagram looks and you can see everything is laid out pretty good. My haircuts are really good. They're showcased very professional. The lighting is on point, the angle is on point. I have a good background. You know, on top of that, I showcase a little bit of my lifestyle. And if you go to the Reels area, I have a lot of talking videos, barber related, free game. I have barber opinions, barber takes. And this is an example of a strong brand. This barber brand has allowed me to make so much money. It has allowed me to attract high quality clients and retain high quality clients. Not just that, but say you have two barbers. They cut exactly the same, very good. One has a personal brand, one doesn't. Without a doubt, the one with a personal brand, a strong personal brand, is automatically going to have better clients, make more money, better connections, and he has it like that. And the good thing is, if you don't have a personal brand, you can change the way you're perceived overnight. You can automatically start recording your haircuts more professionally, having a better angle of your haircuts, fixing your lighting, fixing your background. Because look, you can be the best barber in the world, but if you're perceived like a low quality barber, that's how people are gonna see you. That's how people are gonna think of you. And it's not until they experience a good haircut with you, but getting them to that point is gonna be a little more difficult. So you need to change how you're perceived instantly. You know, and though the moment you have a strong brand, the moment you're perceived as a high quality barber, you're automatically going to get less nagging clients. You know what that means. The clients trying to get in for cheaper, or the clients that don't respect your time, and you get more clients willing to book with you. And once you're a barber, you cut hair, you get good, you fix your personal brand, you showcase your lifestyle, you show who you are on top of being a barber, because this is important. You showcase your lifestyle. It shows that you're human. You're not just a barber that just posts haircuts. People want to see what does a barber look like. They kind of want to get to know what type of vibe they're walking into book in a they before they book an appointment with you. That's what I'm trying to say. And it's extremely important because I know a lot of barbers that have crazy talent. All they post is just haircuts, haircuts, haircuts. Not even good haircuts. By that I mean not as in skill, but the presentation of the cuts is terrible. So you have poor presentation of a haircut. You don't showcase your lifestyle. Of course you're not going to get as many clients. Of course you're not going to get to the money as fast as possible. Compared to someone like myself, I showcase professional haircuts, good lighting, good angles. I showcase my lifestyle when I'm in the gym, when I'm outside, I'm traveling, I show myself. The talking videos help tremendously. That's why I get high quality clients. That's why I retain a lot of clients. And the goal is very simple. You have to make people think that booking with you is the right option. Booking with you is the smart option. Almost as if, say, if I have a regular client, if he doesn't book with me one time, he gets messed up somewhere else, he might say to himself, man, I should have gone to Pablo. And his group of friends might say, yeah, you should have gone to him. I don't know why you didn't go to him. You know he gets you right every time. You know he cuts all the business owners. You know he cuts all the prominent people. Like, why didn't you go to him? Perception, you know? Aside of being perceived as a high quality barber, you need to be it. You need to be a barber who's reliable, professional, and just takes his craft seriously. Most importantly, you have to be willing to get better as a barber as you progress through your career. And if your clients can see that, they can acknowledge it, they're the ones that are going to bring in more people to you. They're the ones going to do the talking for you. They're going to tell their friends, damn, you should have gone to my barber. You got messed up. Pablo wouldn't do that. Pablo takes his shit seriously. Pablo's going to get you right. They will defend you. If you take your craft seriously, you present yourself like a high quality barber that you are, your clients will defend you. They'll literally bring you the money. So, building a brand would most definitely be one of the things I would focus on if I was starting from zero. Just because I know the type of people I can bring into my chair. And if you're a beginner, this should excite you. So, and this means you don't have to take years to make serious money. You can shorten that time by creating a brand, by changing the way you're perceived. Now, let's move on to number 2, and these are the skills that turn every client into a repeat customer. Most people think the game is to get a client in their chair. That's half the game. But the real game, the real leverage is keeping that client loyal to you, making sure that client consistently books with you because they trust you. Think about it like this. You're a barber, you cut hair. But what you really do is you build confidence in your client. You instill confidence with your haircut. Excuse me. And how you do this is whenever you get a new client, automatically you need to pinpoint. You don't have to say it out loud, but you have to pinpoint all their insecurities. Pinpoint all the things you don't think they'll like about your hair. Give a good professional consultation. What's up, bro? What are we doing today? What type of haircut do you like? Or what type of haircut would you want to get? They're going to tell you, oh, let me get a 5 all around, taper, or scissors on top, cut half an inch, low fade, whatever it is. All right, cool. And if they tell you, oh, can you do my lineup like this, or be careful with my lineup because my last barber, he messed me up, that lineup is your priority. It is your sole priority. Obviously, yes, give a good haircut. Don't cut him. Don't fuck him up. But that lineup is your sole priority. That is going to make or break that haircut. That is going to define if that client comes back to you or not. Or if a client says, oh, leave some extra bulk right here because I don't like the way my head is shaped, that's an insecurity. That's where you capitalize. All those things, like I said, where clients are insecure about, capitalize. You make them look good. You install confidence. Confidence sells. Because now they have a good haircut, you enhance their life in a way. They're gonna be a better person for themselves, for the life that they need to attend. And if you can do that, you automatically turn a client into a repeat customer. Like I said, and that is done first and foremost through a good haircut, good communication, consistency, professionalism, and trust. If you can hit all these 5 points, you just built a foundation of repeat customers. And if you do this with multiple clients, you already have a set clientele. That is guaranteed money. Repeat customers is the foundation of a steady income. And that's what we need because we're starting from zero. If I was starting from zero, that is what I would do. Every client I would get, I would make sure I would hit every little part that they hate about their hair. All the parts they're so picky about, my goal would be to get all the picky clients and attack their insecurities, perfect their haircut, make sure they are more than satisfied. Because if you do that, like I said, it goes back to the first point. They're going to do the marketing for you. They're going to tell their people, hey, Pablo cut my hair really good. He did things that other barbers don't do. He actually took his time. He let me know that he has my back. He did the lineup exactly how I told him. He didn't get irritated when I told him if he could do the extra details, because most barbers try to rush me, or they get mad if I tell them, can you cut a little more on top, or can you do this side like that? That is where you retain clients. Those quote unquote annoying clients, oh, they always want to do extra. They want to tell me last minute. Some clients are like that. It is what it is. But if they keep coming back to you, that means they're going to keep putting money in your pocket. So, turning every client into a repeat customer would also be one of the things I would focus on if I were to start from zero, because it is guaranteed money. Now, let's move on to number 3, is how to think like a CEO instead of an employee. This will change the trajectory of your business, because most barbers, they think like a barber. Let me just show up, cut hair, post only the cuts that look good, or post the cuts that, I feel that I should post. I'll post them whenever. No structure, no nothing. That's cool, That's an average barber. We're not trying to be average. We're going to be great. We're trying to make $10,000 a month. We need some money. When you start thinking like a CEO, the whole business changes. Because barbers who think like business owners, they think in systems, they think in structure, and they think long term. They automatically start thinking, how can I expand my business? What's going to bring me more money? How can I get better at cutting hair? What can I do during my free time? How can I utilize my free time to be more effectively? How much money am I making? How much money am I spending? Once you start thinking like that, your brain automatically goes into execution mode. You start tracking how much you're making a week, a month. You start writing down how much you're spending. Now you have data. Once you have data, you can move forward with precision. Now you have structure. You have structure, you're automatically going to make more money, because you see the things on paper, or if you write it on your notes, you have an app. I personally use money management. I'll show you right here a little bit how I track my money. You start tracking your time. Your time management becomes impeccable. And you'll notice without a doubt from one month to another, the vast difference. And I guarantee the month where you think like a CEO, not only are you going to make more money, but your free time is going to be used more effectively. You might get a workout in, you might clean the shop more, you might, I don't know, but you're going to be more productive. Guaranteed, because everyone that I've helped has made more money. Their lives got so much better. They've been so much more productive, and they've just been happier. So, thinking like a CEO is going to help you move with purpose, clarity, and structure. And it's one of the things that definitely helped me make $10,000 a month consistently 3 years ago. So yeah, think like a CEO. Stop thinking like a barber. You are a business owner. Yes, you cut hair, you're a barber, but you are a business. So start thinking like a business owner, because you are one. Now, let's go to the last point. And it has become the go-to guy for one or two things, rather than being average at everything else. Look, people respect mastery. People respect precision. And if you are extremely good, you're a master at one or two things, people are going to come to you for that sole reason. Now your business has guaranteed structure because you're known for this one thing. Personally, me, if I was starting from zero, I would focus on lineups and clean fades, flawless fades, blurry fades, and perfect lineups. Because I know if I post 2 to 3 lineup videos every day, as well as fades, I'm going to get clients in my chair. It might not be a lot at first, but I'm going to get a client. I'm going to turn them into a repeat customer, and I'm going to use that content to build my brand. You see how all these points go hand in hand with each other? That's game right there. So take notes. Take notes, because this game is valuable. Anyways, for you, it might be different. It might be designs, beards, gentlemen's haircuts, scissor work, whatever it may be. Find out what you're good at. Find out what you're naturally good at as well. And improve that skill. Regardless if you're good at it, master that skill. Post about it relentlessly. Get good angles. Provide good customer service. And you're going to see a new wave of clientele coming your way. Because look, we need some money right now. We're starting from zero. And that doesn't mean you're boxed in for now, that you're only good at at one or two things. I can do it all as a barber. But we're starting from zero. We need to make money fast. We need some money now. And for me personally, like I said, it would be fades and lineups. And the fades, I don't just mean fade as in a haircut. It would be a taper, but the actual fade itself, like one fading system. There you go. One fading system and crispy lineups. Because lineups are one of the things that majority of people are worried about. If clients worry about lineups, and if you can deliver a good lineup, they're going to keep coming back. I know a lot of clients that have told me, oh yeah, I came to you because you give good lineups. I came to you because you cut so-and-so and you gave him a great blend. Everyone in the friend group was asking who cuts his hair. And he has the most simplest haircut. A 3 on top with a high taper. Whereas the other dude in the friend group had got this complicated haircut. He got a design, beard, texture. He got multiple services done, but they were all average. But this dude had an immaculate blend. He had a straight line, and that stands out. People respect mastery. If you can do one or two things extremely well, it's going to save you headaches, because you know why clients are coming for you. Okay, he comes for me because he wants a good lineup. He doesn't really care for the blend. Obviously, I'm going to give him a good blend, but he mainly cares about his lineup. He's insecure because he has a calic, and every barber he has been to in the last 5 years has messed him up, but not me, because I'm a different type of barber. You have to think of yourself as different. You have to think of yourself as great. Even if it's one or two things at first, you have to be good. And if not, you have to make yourself good. Watch YouTube videos, practice on yourself, practice on your friends during your off times. Be great now. Try to be great, and it'll show. Whatever you do on your downtime, whatever routine that you do, it'll show in how much clients you retain and how much money you make. So, if I was starting barbering from zero, I would focus on building a brand that people respect and people cannot deny. And I would learn the skills that create loyalty within a customer. I would start thinking like a CEO instead of just an average barber. And I would focus on one or two things rather than being ignored for 10 things. Also, I have an email list down below where I give out so much more free game that never makes it to any of my socials. No Instagram, no TikTok, no YouTube. Also, if you know any other barbers that would benefit from free barber game, let them know. It's free. It's an email list down below. So yeah, utilize this 4-step system that I've developed, and you're going to make so much more money, and just kill it and just get to it.